Every time I see that introduction, I can't help thinking about the that Untitled Goose Game and I don't, the picture that I forget who it was. Somebody posted in the Discord that basically had this cartoon of this knight executing, cutting off the head of the goose, but then it turns out to be a goose hydra, and so it's just multiple honks. The meme that keeps on giving. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Hello, Arvanauts. Welcome to a mid-September stream. It is September 15th, 2020. It is 1:35 p.m. Eastern, and it is time for a little bit of Kingdoms of Amalur today. We are coming on a bit late, and we had a little bit of a change in schedule, and those things are related, so we'll talk about that in just a minute. But before I go any further, let me just remind people about ways to support the stream. If you have not done so already, please consider following the channel. Please check us out on YouTube with exclamation point ArvTube, Discord with exclamation point ArvCord, Twitter with exclamation point ArvTweets. You can find our website at arvaneleron.com, and all of those things are very valuable places to find out more about us and to support us. So please sub to us at those things. On the financial side, exclamation point Arv Shop is the merchandise area where you can get stuff for the D&D Infinity and Beyond crew and for Adventures in Middle-earth and soon to be Esper Genesis as well. Exclamation point Arv Treon is that thing you see right below the chat window there. 22 patrons, 225 per month after fees and such, and that does make a difference. It's kind of the financial backbone of the channel, that and the Twitch subs. So any support that people can give there would be helpful. You can get stuff for yourself, copy of one of my band's albums, professional writing critique, an epic character background, an epic poem written about you, etc., etc. For the channel, we can move that much closer to another Arvanaut Idol writing contest, a talisman tournament, and things like that, and allows me to do things like pay the Art Vocalist tonight, which I'll talk about when I get to scheduling. So all of that would be really helpful. Please consider jumping on board to support us there at exclamation point ArvTreon. And last but certainly not least, on that front, the sub button there that you can see over the video window. For some reason, they're no longer showing the amount of subs on my creator dashboard, so I have to find a new place to get there as Twitch continues the we're going to roll out features that you didn't ask for and don't want, a la the nightmare that is mid-roll ads, and I'm going to talk about that in just a minute when I pop my face on the screen. But in any case, we're somewhere, it's 75 sub points, and I don't know exactly what that works out to because some people are at tier 2 and some are tier 3, and I don't know. Again, I wish they would just leave it as is. It was not broken. But any support that people can give with subscribers really, really helps. You can get custom sub badges, emotes to use everywhere across Twitch, and all that kind of good stuff. So any kind of support you folks can give there would be much appreciated. And again, you can get inspirations also to help our tabletop players, both there and with the Patreon as well. And then last, but certainly, actually not last, but certainly not least, because we have one other thing to talk about afterwards, but the publishing stuff, exclamation point Icarus. This is from my Icarus and Jellinek graphic novel. I've seen a few more pictures. I know that Echo posted a picture in Discord of his of the copies that came into him. So thank you for those of you who supported the Kickstarter. I really appreciate it. Again, positive reviews and ratings on Goodreads are really appreciated if you liked the books that you received. And if you could spread the word and let people know that the retail release of these is November 10th, that would be much appreciated. We're going to be releasing it in retail. We're trying to get blurbs and reviews and positives right now so we can have those for pull quotes and really market this, because we want to make a big splash with this if we possibly can in the retail market. So because I'm proud of the story and the art's amazing and Athos is great and you all know the rest. So the Keith DeCandido script is awesome. So we want to make sure we continue to push this. So any support people can give there is much appreciated. That's exclamation point Icarus. Exclamation point Library is Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, my 5th edition adventure and source book, which of course has contributions from Ed Greenwood and from James Introcaso and from Cat Rambo and Carlos Hernandez and Mike Underwood and a million other people. Not quite a million, but many, many other people. Tens and tens of people. And if you can support us over there, that's appreciated. Doing very well on Drive-Thru RPG right now. And we would love to see that get pushed even further because we have a print edition coming out of that very soon, which is going to be so awesome. I cannot wait to be holding that in my hands. I cannot even tell you. And so we've got that. And then, of course, we have exclamation point Greyshade KS. My Greyshade Kickstarter, which was announced recently, is going to be starting February 2nd, 2021, and is going to have so many big things associated with it. Books, board game, RPG, video game, whole bunch of stuff. Sorry, video game. Really? Why did I say that? There's no video game. There's a board game, there's an RPG, there's a book, and there's an audiobook that we're looking at. And hopefully, who knows, maybe down the line we could get a video game. But no, there is no video game whatsoever for Greyshade yet. But who knows? Depends, I guess, on how the Kickstarter does. But anyway, all of that can be found at exclamation point Greyshade KS. Yes, more details coming soon. Last, but certainly not least, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter. We've been talking about this quite a bit. We will continue to talk about this quite a bit. I actually saw a really shocking advertisement or article, I guess, on the Chronicle of Higher Education, who was talking about the experience of a young black academic who had just interviewed for her first job. She has a doctorate in Afro-American Studies from the University of Massachusetts Amherst. In fact, she had I believe, from the W.E.B. Du Bois distinguished dissertation, if I'm not mistaken, from there. And UMass Amherst has a very good reputation for African-American studies, and she had applied for this interview, and the hotel staff that was literally just the lobby staff came out of the interview. She's in the lobby, and the staff is like looking at her, whispering to her, calls over security. Security literally makes her, in her dress, because she's there for an interview, stand outside during the MLA convention in essentially a blizzard in 15-degree weather. And why? Well, I mean, she's in a dress and she doesn't have a room there. She told them that she was there for an interview. She was willing to give them information. They were like, nope, you got to leave. They thought she was a prostitute. That's what they thought. Young, black professor who did get that job, but as the only professor of color, that was just indicative of some of the things she was going to be facing, and eventually ended up having to leave that institution and go to another one on the West Coast. And she wrote this article in Chronicle of Higher Education. I think the article is called "You Have to Leave, Ma'am." If you get a chance to read it, I recommend it. It is. I'd like to say I wish it was shocking, but in a way it's all too sadly predictable. And what's even worse are the first comment out of the gate. First comment out of the gate on this article is literally of course, like older white guy, professor emeritus. First comment is, did you point to your badge? Did you show them your badge? Did you show them your convention badge? Did you talk to them about this? You need to advocate for yourself. First comment. And I'm like, of course. Of course. Like, that's the first thing that we're going to focus our attention on, is that. That's the first thing we think about. Not, well, how horrific it was that this was done to you. Not, it's amazing that the department didn't do more to try to make things more welcoming. It's amazing that they thought of you as a token hire. It's amazing that the lobby didn't fire everyone involved. You know, like, none of that. The first thing is, well, what did you do to make them come after you? Because it's always supposedly on the people of color, right? Just maddening. And the reason that I'm bringing it up now is it is another example of why we are talking about on this channel Black Lives Mattering, because they just don't enough right now, and they need to. And so exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, for more of this. Yes, I can share the link. It's one of those, like, it's an important article to read. It's just not a fun one. You know what I mean? It's not one that you're going to be like, oh, I come out of this feeling better about myself. Like, you don't. But it's an important one. Let me just get this right now. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's called "You Need to Leave, Ma'am." And here's the article. Yeah. Exactly, Trish. Victim blaming. Like, some of these comments here, I'll tell you what, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but we're going to spend very little time on it. I promise, Echo. I know you want to watch us play games, and we will. But just I just wanted to read these one comment. Hi, everyone. Whoop. There we go. The camera was a little bit off. So, yeah. So check this out, okay? This absolutely amazes me. So here's the... what? All right, hold on. Just do that. Do this. There you go. Okay, yeah. So I'm not going to... Just the first comment after that thing that I told you about, right? There's just a bunch of these comments. I don't know where the... Okay, hold on a minute. I have to find you the actual right link to the actual thing that I saw. I mean, that's the article, but... because it's the comments that amaze me. Okay, here we go. So yeah, the comments are things like, copy. Oh yeah, I'll talk about that in just a minute. Okay. So this is about like different comments and stuff, but um so yeah, the first comment, and you may notice that a certain professor you all know may have commented on this as well. First comment out of the gate. Were you wearing your convention badge? Did you point at it when asked your business at the hotel? I haven't been to an MLA in years, but during the last couple I went to, they were checking for badges more rigorously. And then the person's like, are you saying it's okay for a well-dressed African-American woman to be mistaken for a prostitute because she didn't have a badge? They didn't deny her access to the convention. They asked her to leave the lobby itself. And the guy fires back, I simply asked if she was wearing a badge. If she wasn't, that might explain the trouble. Please note that we don't know that she was mistaken for a prostitute. That was the explanation offered by a friend to who the incident was described. Had she complained to the hotel management or the MLA convention team, she might have received an explanation. So that it's always on the person of color. It's always on the victim. It's always on the person who has been taken advantage of to advocate for themselves. Why? No, the answer is the hotel should never have done this. The people involved should be fired. And it is abominable that this is the kind of thing that happens over and over and over and over again. And that's literally the first comment out of the gate is, well, what did you do to make this happen? That's the subtext of that. Unbelievable. So, as I say, yeah, oh, it is systemic. Of course it is. And in some cases, it's because white men can't believe, like, first of all, bad white men want to propagate this. Look at our current president. And good white men, in quotes, white men that want to be allies sometimes even, some well-meaning white men just can't believe it. They're just like, I don't understand. How is that even possible? No way that happened to you. That can't possibly have happened. What did you do to cause that? Like, that's the thought process. I have been to well over 150 conferences and conventions in my academic/creative career, and not one time, not once, have I been asked to leave a hotel lobby because I didn't have a badge on. In fact, I think I've only ever had my badge, not counting like walking into an exhibit hall at Gen Con where you have to have your badge. But in terms of someone coming up to you and being like, can you show me your badge, please? I've never even had that. Let alone a hotel person coming up to me and saying, you need to leave the lobby. The lobby, for Christ's sake. Just outrageous. Hi, Garlic. So I just... that really, I'll tell you what, that really fired me up this morning because it makes me feel not only so awful for the people that are involved and so terrible because I have colleagues who experience these things all the time. And this person, even though I don't know her personally, is a colleague of mine, right? She is a professor. But in addition to all of this, there is that's the most important thing. The second thing is for just like way down on the list is the fact that it also makes it a hell of a lot more difficult for people that are trying to propagate a different vision of what people that look like me can do and be. You know, like, I'm not like this. I don't run classes like this. I don't run my channel like this. I don't write books like this. I don't present myself in public like this. And it pisses me off that I am constantly surrounded by bad people or well-meaning goofballs who trip over themselves rather than doing research first. If you see an article like this by an African-American professor, for the love of God, don't make the first comment you make be, what did you do to cause this to happen? Don't do that. If a friend came to you and said, I've just escaped from my abusive husband, or my abusive boyfriend just beat me up and I managed to escape, don't let the first comment be, well, what did you do to make him angry? Don't do that. It is infuriating. And so it's not only awful for them, and that's the biggest problem, it also just is tiresome for me. I'm tired of I really am tired of white guys. Can I just say? I'm being facetious, but like, oh my God, come on, man. Right, Arudinel? See, this is what I mean, right? And it's not, and that's the thing, oh, is it white knight virtue signaling? It's not goddamn virtue signaling. It's called, can we get to 2020? Actually, can we get past 2020? 2020 is awful, but you know what I mean? Can we get out of 1950? And if you go and look at the people who did these comments, especially the first guy is an emeritus white professor who's 62. What a shock. Emeritus white male professor. I'm stunned. You know, I mean, I don't want to do this stereotyping, but come on, man. So just please. Anyway, so that was just, I mean, it's just a bunch of crap, just unreal. Anyway, but I know that I'm preaching to the choir here, but it was one of those things where I'm like, anyway, that's why Black Lives Matter. That's yet again another reason why Black Lives Matter. So you should check out that link. Now, quick note about Twitch. One thing about Twitch and mid-roll ads, and then we're going to get in just a quick thing about the schedule. Schedule first, because I know Echo was waiting for that. We're not going to be doing, we were supposed to do the game book illustration stream today, but Terry was not feeling up to it. Hand and arm is not feeling great. And so obviously I don't want to hurt herself, as she's drawing and illustrating. So we will reschedule her. We'll try to get her in as soon as she feels in a position to be able to do that. But the reason that I'm a little late today actually is because I had to install another game, which I'm going to be playing at 4 p.m. Eastern, because over at GOG, it was supposed to be D&D with GOG today. That has been rescheduled to next week. So next Tuesday, we will do that, because this Tuesday, coming up at 4 p.m., I am doing the release stream of Vaporum Lockdown. Now, some of you may remember that I streamed Vaporum, which is basically a dungeon crawling game, very much in the Legend of Grimrock feel, I would say, except it's steampunk. I really liked this game a lot, and I streamed it a couple of years ago. And the company that does it, Fatbot Games, has just released a prequel to that game, which is coming out today. And in fact, just released on GOG about, 45 minutes ago or so, 53 minutes ago. And so I am doing the release stream for that. And because that kind of came up quickly and people were like, hey, can you do this and stuff, I moved things around. So I had to go and, first of all, install it and make sure it worked and make sure I could capture it and all that kind of good stuff. And I had to scramble a bit. So that is now in place. So at 4 p.m., I'm going to be doing the release stream for Vaporum Lockdown. I really liked Vaporum, the first game, so I hope that this game is as good. I really enjoyed it. There were a couple of issues here and there. There were a lot of very similar creatures to each other. The last boss fight was kind of a little just sort of tedious, I guess, and the voice acting was in the first game. But otherwise, I like the graphics a lot. I love the mechanics. There were some really good puzzle games. Even the story was decent. So I really liked Vaporum, and I'm hoping that Lockdown's really good. But we'll find out. That is happening. Next at 4 p.m. On Pen and Pixels. And so the way this is going to work, by the way, is if I like it, then I'm going to be doing this week. Next week on Pen and Pixels, I'll do D&D with GOG, Storm King's Thunder, of course. The week after that, I will finish Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, because I only have one or maybe two sessions at most with that left, according to what people have told me. So I'm going to finish that. And then, if I like Vaporum that I'm playing now, I will do my series of Vaporum Lockdown, and that'll be the next series that I do for Pen and Pixels. So that's the plan as we're currently speaking. And then tonight, at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have got, once again, the amazing and awesome Our Vocalists with Paper Mario, the Origami King. So we got a lot of stuff going on, which is cool. Yes, Our Vocalist is still on. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, the only change was that. So I know, Echo, you're disappointed. I love D&D, as you know how much I love D&D, but just that was the deal with that. I had to make that happen. So see you later, Echo. So now one quick thing I just want to mention everybody about Twitch. One thing about these mid-roll ads. I don't know whether people have seen these, but hold on one second here. Yeah, no, I completely agree, Rudnell. It's a righteous rant. You're 100% right. And it's tiresome. And one of the other people down there, again, had one of these like well-meaning comments that said something to the effect of like, well, it will take, it'll really take the, the efforts of people of color, of professors of color, non-white professors of color. It'll take a lot of efforts on their part to kind of break through. And one person underneath it, which I immediately like commented on and amplified, was like, no, it's on white professors and white administrators to address these biases in their own institutions. No, it is not on people of color to do that. No, it's not. It is absolutely not on them. It is on white professors to address this problem. We need to do that. They don't need to do that. The idea that the oppressed person needs to be the one that fixes the oppression is mind-boggling to me. No, they don't. I mean, they don't have to act like victims. They're not wanting to act like victims, but don't put the person who is constantly under the oppressed condition and be like, you have to fix oppression. This is not how it works. It's not how it works. So I agree with you completely, Rudnell. So what was I saying? Oh, so about the Twitch thing. So I don't know whether anyone saw this, but I just found out about this a day ago or so myself. That Twitch has rolled out or is starting to, I guess, test this feature where on a lot of channels they are going to start putting automatically running mid-roll ads. So what that means is if you're watching a stream, those of you who are not subbed or whatever right now, if you come to my channel, you watch and there'll be an ad for like 30 seconds or whatever. But then once you're on the channel, that's it. So what this is that you're going to, in the middle of this, at any time, and I have no control over it, they could just run a 30-second ad. And they're like, oh, and then it'll be like a half hour before you get another one. And I'm like, I don't want to run ads. I don't run ads. We don't get a lot of money from it anyway. It's annoying to the viewers. I don't want to run ads, and I sure as hell don't want you to run ads when you're not telling me that you're going to run them. What is this? And every streamer that I saw has been hammering them for this idea. Dan's Gaming, Domestic Dan, a lot of the streamers that I follow, a lot of the people that I watch, all of them are like, what are you doing? And this is another example of a feature that we didn't ask and didn't ask for and don't want. Nobody wants this. But of course, they want it because more money. So I don't want to hammer Twitch too hard because I do appreciate, Twitch is this community that we've built here, and I do appreciate what Twitch does here, and as far as like providing us a platform. But a place that's owned by Amazon does not need to start randomly running mid-roll ads in the middle of channels. You just don't. You don't need the money. You don't need the extra cash. And the people who say, well, it's a business and blah, blah, blah. Right. It's a business that is trying to provide a different kind of experience to people. And the experience is we leave cable so that we don't get non-skippable, irritating commercials in the middle of what we're watching. All you're going to do is drive people back to ad block again. And I don't advocate for ad block because streamers do rely sometimes on the revenue that these things provide, but not when you take it out of our hands to control it. So I really hope that the pushback, which has been furious, I hope that the pushback is so extreme that they decide to back down. But if not, if you haven't already done so and you haven't heard about this till now, please go and comment at them and tell them this is a stupid idea. Don't do this. I mean, not only is it a bad idea anyway, because it takes control away from us, and not only is it obnoxious, can you imagine we're in the middle of like some big epic like role-playing moment in one of the campaigns that we play here on the channel, and all of a sudden they're like, and that's why, and they lean in, and all of a sudden you get some Pepsi ad? Are you joking me? I mean, I just so... Exactly, Detective Halligan, exactly. So that's why they talked about this up front, and they're like, oh, your feed, they're only doing it right now just as a sort of early test, and they're like, oh, we're rolling it out, and it will be shaped by your feedback. I'm like, good, shape it into nothing. Shape it into a small ball and throw it in the garbage, and do not do this again. This is a dumb idea. We have many ideas of how to improve things, improving findability, discoverability, improving the UI, improving the viewer experience, improving the layout. I mean, there's many things that I could talk about that Twitch could do that could be improvements. Those are things you should be doing. Actual support of affiliates. There's lots of stuff. But one thing we don't need is mid-roll ads. I mean, just no. Just no. So anyway, that being said, if that happens during these streams, at least early on, I don't know if they will. I have no idea. They don't tell us. This has nothing to do with me. I am not going to ever run mid-roll ads that are randomly uncontrolled. It may be eventually that if they tweak this such that if you run an ad, then they won't do a random ad, something like that, then I might do something where when I take a break, for example, that I might run an ad for 30 seconds if I have to. I don't want to do that, but if that means that I then don't have to worry that you're going to get an ad played in the middle of a, role-playing campaign or whatever, I might do that. But that is you will know it because I'll say I am running an ad. Other than that, if you see an ad on this channel and I don't say I'm running an ad, that has nothing to do with me. I didn't do it. Not me, not my doing. And of course, and I do think that that's it. I don't think they have enough competition. And again, I don't want to be just constantly dunking on Twitch. I like Twitch. I like a lot of what Twitch does, but it's just some of these things I'm like, come on, man. Just use your noodle. This is not a good idea. And they don't need the money. They don't need this kind of money from this. So Anyway, just letting you know, that's the deal. Let's get into some game playing. Kingdoms of Amalur today, and I'll try to go until about 3:30 or so. And then we have got, again, GOG. I'm going to be doing Pen and Pixels and the Vaporum Lockdown release stream. And then tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have got Paper Mario the Origami King with the amazing art vocalist. That's what we've got going on. Please follow and do all that good stuff. And there was one other thing that I was going to mention, and I can't remember it. So, oh, yes. And at the end of stream today, so I may have to go till like 3:15, 3:20. We'll see. I'm going to take a few minutes to do nominations for the chat chosen game of the month, which I will be playing in 2 weeks. So that's the deal with that. Oh, God. Can you imagine, Trish? I hadn't even thought about that, but that's a good point. Oh, my heavens. Yeah, that's... What was that moment? Like, and that's why it is your son. And they were like, what? I didn't hear. What was that? Your son. It was your son. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Like, just stupid. Yes, thank you. I thank you very much, Trish. Thank you. I have been reminded ahead of time. Look at this. Trish, here in the call, got my back so that I can do the widescreen fixer ahead of time before firing up the game. Yes, it is done. Success. Thank you very much, Trish. Oh, man. Yeah, well, I mean, I was looking at Rob about this, Detective Halligan, about who would stand to benefit. Would people go to Facebook Gaming, which I will never go to, or would people go to YouTube, which I wouldn't want to, but I mean, you know, I guess if I got pushed far enough, I don't know, but what would they go to? So. Okay. All right, let's do it. We have made some serious progress in this, by the way, folks. We have made some major progress in this game so far. Let's see. I think we were right here, weren't we? Yes, we have just one faction stuff things to do. Hey, there's the widescreen fixer. So we have one more faction thing to do, which is what we're going to do here. And that's this Purloined Letters. We have to meet with Phasmer. This is to finish up with the Traveler's Quest. And then that's it. Then we're just moving into main quests at that point. We're just doing main things. So. What's up?
Glad you decided to show. Can't say I wasn't antsy with all these squill-headed gnomes staring me down crosswise. But let's be quick-like about this. Before you go into the vault, I've got to run you down on what's needed.
Okay.
A lot of followers with their heads in the clouds. They're not seeing things because they're too busy kissing the Hierophant's dung-covered boots. I'll show them.
And you?
Been a bit since we crossed paths, hasn't it? Well, after I got free of that curse, I joined up with Grimm's crew. Ain't been some lily liver after what happened at Rithen. I'm stronger now, faster. Better thief than I ever could have been under the Hierophant.
The battle of the Hierophant versus the non-Hierophant.
They say this place is the bright center of knowledge, but there's a coldness beneath these floors, like something hidden. Egg-eating, swill-sucking, take-it-in-the-eye for a side, twig-wrenching traitor, stew-brained wretch. Send me to die, will he? He'll get his, I swear it. Grimm learned that the gnomes enchanted the missives with a spell that lets them know its location at all times. Trilgarin came up with a solution. The Shroud of Omission. Cover the book in this shroud and the gnomes will forget it exists.
Okay.
Now, are you ready? This is a one-way trip. Once you're in, you'll have to find your own way out.
Okay. So what are the Misses of Sable?
Some old book. Don't look at me for what's in it. The value that those cursed scullions place in the missives is what concerns Grimm and I.
Grimm and me, but what is the Shroud of Omission?
I don't know if Trilgarin made the bloody thing or stole it, but she said it's one of a kind. Place an object under the shroud and all the world forgets it existed. Seems useless, eh? But in the right moment, it's a damned waggish bedlam.
Wouldn't I also forget that it existed if I put it under there?
Through this floor grate here. You'll have to do what you can to keep your bearings. It's a maze down there. And be careful. They might be pint pots, but these gnomes will become vicious if they get wise to you. Right, you better go. Be quick about it. I'll distract them. Let's do this.
Okay. So he gave me this shroud of omission. Okay. Ooh. Nice. That actually that is that thing that I just looted is actually one of the books in one of my tasks. I want to see the yeah. 6 out of 10. Yeah, not that I'm doing tasks, but that was just kind of funny. Okay. So that wasn't even the right one. I thought that that was it, and... Okay. Okay, so it looks like I'm not going to be trying to get... Wow. Okay. There are a lot of people there. Find the Misses of Sable. Have to get to the bottom of the vault. Okay. Oh, and it's down there? Alright. So, I gotta go around and over. Lovely. Alright, well, looks like Sentry. I guess I'll start by just dealing with them like my normal way. But I don't know whether that's going to be a good idea or not. Actually, you know what I should do? I don't know whether I'm going to have to stealth through them, in other words. So I guess we'll find out. Hi. Oh, okay. I was like, reminder for initiates. It looks like I don't have to worry about stealthing past them. Okay, the following is a reminder for all clerical scholars and library guards seeking access to the special collection. They will need to light all the torches to unlock the chest. To do so, bear in mind the following passage and all shall be made clear. I begin to think, upon the completion of the vivisections for that day, that there was some other movement in the venial and arterial blood that had eluded the scrutinizing eye of my predecessors. I lacked the fine eye needed to prove my assumption. Nevertheless, I felt overwhelmed by the fact that clearly the blood moved through the body in a circle. Like fire, the warm life contained in our blood sweeps through our bodies in an endless loop. It is in this ring of life that our forms show their true sacredness. The path to truth in all things is a ring, and from where you start, you must return to that point to proceed. Now, you may think that the point of this chat is to give us a circle, but it's actually you. You are you, doubled. The secret of life is that you are you and also you. You and you, double you, you squared, you. Anyway, I'll need that when I get to that chest, obviously. Alright, what's in here? Wait, what? I don't need that. Also, was this the way I was going? Oh, yes, it was. Hi. Okay. Vault key. It's reminding me of that live reading of The Princess Bride that was on the other day. I need a gate key. I have no gate key. Fezzik, tear his arms off. Oh, you mean this gate key? I don't know if anyone saw that, but they had to raise money for the Wisconsin Dems. They had this live reading with the original cast of The Princess Bride, and it was freaking awesome. I caught the last half of it. And one of the best parts of it, honestly, was just Mandy Patinkin. He was just so good. Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that. That was the best. Yeah, if you have not seen it, I don't even know if they're doing a video of it yet. Whoops, I went the wrong way. I don't know if they're doing a video of it or not. Oh, I went the wrong way because... Okay. Because I thought that was the way to go, and I was wrong. But, I don't know if they're going to be doing, like, a video of it or what, but I highly recommend it. It was a lot of fun. Oh, wait. Okay. I don't need this extra stuff. Oh, it was live only? Oh, it was so worth it. I hope... I can't imagine that someone didn't make something out of it, you know? Because, like, it was just... I can't imagine. Because it was... It was so good. It was so good. I mean, yeah, there are definitely video issues that popped up here and there and whatever. Like, there are definitely things, but just in general... It was great. Whoa. That's interesting. I don't think I want to go there yet. Oh my god, and Eric Idle played the impressive clergyman. That was a complete surprise. Wallace Shawn was there, of course. I missed his part. Norman Lear, who's 98, was there. Obviously, Rob Reiner, who was talking about his dad. And yeah, it was great. Hello. What? What? Surrender now. They must be above me, because this doesn't look like a trap at all. Okay. Forbidden Hall. Oh, exactly. I am totally... I mean, one should never ever bootleg, or if you find a bootleg, should never actually make sure to copy first. I mean, to donate first, rather. Yeah, 100%. Hi. Bye. See ya. One would hope. Whoa. Oh, this is the... Yeah. The light of knowledge. Okay. So hang on a second then. So I have to light all of these. See, I read the thing, but it just... Let me read it again. I read one of these things that was supposed to explain this. I know I read it. Okay. I began to think upon the completion of the vivisections for that day. There was some other movement in the venial arterial blood. In a circle. The path to truth in all things is a ring. Where you start, you must return to that point to proceed. Okay, so if I start... Okay, that's the reset button. Let me get rid of this. So... One. Okay, 1, 2, 3, right? I need to end up back there. Not totally understanding this instruction. Unless it's something about the... Unless it's some kind of code. I mean, the path to all truth in all things is a ring, and from where you start, you must return to that point to proceed. I don't... Maybe every time something goes out, I have to go back to the beginning? Alright. So if I start here. 1, 2. Okay, so I go back here. And I light this. And I go back here again. Then I go to this. Go back here again. Go to this. I go back here again. Okay, so those two things are not on at the same time. All right, so all right, puzzle time, chat. Puzzle time. Let's figure this out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 8 of these, right? We've got 8. And let's say we start with... Alright, no. Let's do it this way. So that's... 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. So if one... So here's 1. So 1 lights up... 1 lights up 2 and 8. 1 lights 2 plus 8. Does that mean that turning these off will then... Yes. Okay, so 1 lights 2 and 8. Okay. 2 lights 3 and 8. Okay. 3 lights 4 and 8. 3 lights 2, 4, and 8. 2, 4, 8. All right, so 3 lights 2, 4, and 8. It's 2, 4, and 8. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Right. Okay. 4 lights. 4 lights 1. 4 lights 1, 5, and 7. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 lights 1, 5, and 7. Okay. Five lights 4. Actually, wait. Let me do the other way. 5 lights 1, 4, and 7. Okay. 6 lights. 6 lights. 6 lights 1. There are 4 lights. Yes, he did. 1. He kind of shouted it more than said it, but 6 lights 1. 6 and 7. Or say 1 and 7, basically. Lights 1 and 7. Okay. And 7 lights what? 7 lights 1 and 6. Okay, and 8 lights. And 8 lights 6. That's interesting, but 6 does not light 8? Oh. Wait a minute. I hope that's not what I think it is. Okay. 6 lights what now? 6, 7. Oh, that's not even right. Ah, this is a production error. This is not even right, man. 6 lights, 5, 6, 7. Man. I was feeling so smug as I was figuring out the pattern. I have to do this every time. Okay, I'm not doing this now. Hopefully this is not some incredible quest that forgetting it would just... I mean, hopefully. Oh. There may be like some amazing thing down there, but... Hello. Didn't catch that. Something about surrendering, but... This is the book that Grimm sent you to find. If Phasma is correct, there's no other way of taking the book than wrapping it in the Shroud of Omission. But now, you just, like, I can't even remember. I don't even remember what was there now, right? Yeah, you know, famously, Patrick Stewart said that he watched footage from Amnesty International as he was preparing for that. Okay. This gets added to junk. This gets added to junk. This gets added to junk. I already did that. But yeah. Pretty amazing, actually. Of course, as far as science fiction series at the moment, the thing I am most pumped up about coming up is The Mandalorian Season 2. And I hope that everyone saw... I hope that everybody saw... Ooh. I think I used to have these. Yeah, I used to have these, I think. Yeah, they're still better. I hope everyone had a chance to see the trailer for Season 2. Looks awesome. We were talking about lights. I was trying to figure out this puzzle in here. Not this one. I'll show you in a minute. That involves lighting, doing lights around a certain, around a chest. And there's like a clue sheet, which doesn't really make any sense to me as far as, doesn't really give me a lot of information, frankly. And so then Detective Halligan was pointing out that, there are 4 lights. Which there weren't, but you know. Carol Ann, don't go away from the lights. Okay. So here's where this thing is. So... Oh! Oh boy. Oh, here comes some more. Okay. Good, now. Oh, wait, there's one more. Is there? You coming? No? Okay. So, this is the puzzle, and I don't know that I really care enough about this to spend a lot of time on it, but... So, the only clue that exists about this, to get this chest open... The only clue is this thing, which says... And I quote... which talks about you need to light all the torches. To do so, bear in mind the following passage. And then basically this is this thing that's talking about blood moving through the body in a circle. Like fire, the warm life contained in our blood sweeps through our bodies in an endless loop. It is in this ring of life that our forms show their true sacredness. The path to truth in all things is a ring, and from where you start, you must return to that point to proceed. So I went around and tried to do this one-to-one. Actually, one other thing I could do. So there's 1, 2, 3. What if I go directly opposite? So there's that. What would directly opposite be, though? I guess it would be there. Right? And then maybe here? Yeah, see, then I get confused because I tried to light them all one at a time, and I went around and I thought I was figuring out which lights what. Except the problem is that depending on what's already burning, so I basically don't know if I want to have to go back to this reset thing every single time. Alright. So... yeah, so like... so this one lights 1, 2, and 8. 1, 2, and 8. 2 lights 1 and 3. 3 lights 2 and 4. Actually, wait a minute. You know what? Wait a second. I just had an idea. Alright, what if I do... okay, I light this one, right? Right. That lights those. So there's those. Then I light... if it's the one next to it, so like I light this... yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I think it's like one lights the one next to it. Or, well, maybe not, actually. Rid of this. It's confusing me. I feel like probably one of them does not light both of them next to them. Alright, is there one that only lights... okay, that one lights... this is what we need to do. That only lights those two. What about this? Right, okay. So that lights 3. I need to find one that only lights 2. That lights 3. Hey, what's up, D_? Good to see you, D_. Alright, so I'm looking for one of these that only lights 2 of these instead of 3, I think. Okay, that lights 3, so that's no good. This lights 3, so that's no good. One of these has to light 2 only. That lights 3, that's no good. Hey, Terry. How you feeling, Terry? That lights 3, so that's no good. That lights 3. Oh, really, D_? Very cool. Well, I hope that your friend enjoyed the experience. I didn't know you're playing a Jade Empire game, though. That's awesome. Yeah, you're doing... Yeah. Yeah. Do these all do 3s? I guess they all do 3s, really. Even you? You also do 3s? Okay, so they all do 3s. Okay, so there's got to be some mathematical way to do this. So basically the way it works is that every one of these lights the one around it, or extinguishes if it's already lit, the one to the left and the right and itself. Oh my god. Yeah, that sounds bad. The underscore, that sounds like trouble in River City. Wow. I hope it got better. I guess it can't have gotten... Well, I shouldn't say that. 2020, everything could get worse. Okay, so if I do this, that's going to light up those, right? Yeah. So the issue is, how do I make it... Because if I light this one up, then it's going to light that one and that one. But it's going to extinguish that one. You got your brother to play Interstate. Oh my gosh. So I've only got one left. How do I make this only... I don't know. That's it. Listen, the Beatles learned that, day underscore. That's it. The Beatles learned you got to play with someone you can actually deal with. So. Okay. Oop, wait a minute. This might be it. 3, 4, 5. And then this will be the other one. Oh, chat, I might have gotten it. Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Hell to the yes. Pfft. Gold coins and a vault key. I just picked the lock. That was worthless. It sounds like this dude was someone that probably should have been... Well, all right. I still feel good that I solved the problem, but... That I solved the puzzle. But, it sounds like this dude should have been, like, kicked to the curb, as they say, as the kids say, a long time ago. Very true. Very true. Ooh, well, hey, how about I throw up a shield? All right, let's dance, guys. Okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, having dealt with the bad guy scenario quite a bit. Hello. Okay. Many Bothans died. Hi. I hope that it's okay to be here. I didn't just kill a bunch of gnomes down there. It's fine. Everything's fine. How are you?
What?
Yeah, that sounds like it was rough, day underscore, so. What the heck is he doing in the Hospitalis Quarter or whatever I'm gonna call it? Whatchamahoo's it?
Look, not much of a converser. Just bleed and leave me alone, right?
Can you train me? Yeah, skills.
Yeah.
Definitely. Train me in stealth. Thanks. Appreciate it. Rigorous training. I'll tell you what, that was listen, chat. I don't know if you felt how rigorous that was, but it was rigorous. I mean, I have often in my time dealt with rigorous training. And let me tell you, that was whew. I don't entirely know. I didn't know whether I was going to be able to do it, chat. That was the Dark Souls of training right there. And but I just want to thank all of you for being with me as we saw how that all went down, because I didn't know if I was going to manage it.
Aye?
Can I sell stuff to you?
Yeah, we've no clean mugs and no clean...
Good. Oh, that's awesome, day underscore. Exactly, Rudno. Congratulations, underscore. That's great. That is great. Okay.
Many welcomes.
Got it, Grim.
The Missives of Sable. I'd like to see what these pages hold. But that needs to wait. Keep that shroud on it. The time has come. While you did this, I finally learned who the Hierophant is. Argene of Sun Camp.
Not surprising.
Taking her down, Dove. All of us. One last plan, one last job. The biggest we'll ever pull.
And I didn't like Argene either.
I know now. I've had my suspicions, and the last one has been put into place. The Hierophant is Argene of Sun Camp. I've told Argene that I know her secret, and now she's asked to meet me in the ruins beneath Sun Camp. While we're there, you're going to plant the missives on Argene, and the gnomes will have her in chains, like she would have done to me.
Clever. What was the whole plan?
Argene tried to hand me to the gnomes for stealing the missives of Sable, a book they valued greatly. Only you saved my life. She tried to do the same to you and Phasma.
This voice, yeah.
After that, we started putting my true plan in motion. I found the missives of Sable and found the Hierophant's identity. Now, we'll frame her for the crime she tried to have me killed for.
Even though, wait a minute. She was going to hand you over to the gnomes for stealing the missives of Sable. And you're like, I didn't do that. So then we actually stole the missives of Sable, so to frame her for the crime she said you didn't commit, even though you just committed.
Really? Really? You're asking that bloody question now? She tried to kill us, Dove. And she'll lead the travelers right to the gallows. Now that we're all on the same page, the plan involves me meeting with Argene as a ruse. Krilgarin will then help
I just don't know if I totally trust Grim Onwig
While
either.
we're doing that, Phasma will draw the gnomes to Sun Camp. You plant the missives on Argene, they cast her off, and it's over. I'm the bait. I told Argene that I would expose her identity to the travelers, so she would ask to hold court with me. With luck, I'll have her gaze long enough to let you plant the missives of Satan.
Exactly, Arudno.
Krilgarin will be your support. The Fae have many powers and sensitivities. I figure she'd be best suited to helping you.
Okay.
I doubt Argene would invite me without having some form of security. Krilgarin will help you get past them,
so you can plant the missives on her.
Okay. And what's Phasma doing?
Phasma's got the tricky part. He's going to lead the gnomes to the ruins beneath Sun Camp. That way, once you plant the missives on Argene, the gnomes will move in and take her down. Good. To keep the element of surprise, you'll be using a secret entrance to the ruins. It's one of the graves in Sun Camp. Once you're in, meet with Grilgarin. Now, we've got to move. Do your part, and hopefully we'll see the end of this job. It seems that the Hierophant made themselves a little hideaway beneath Sun Camp. It's a monument to her abuses, her power. We'll topple that place as well as her.
Okay.
In an Arathi ruin beneath Sun Camp. I suppose the place is the
Still don't
Hierophant's
trust this
retreat.
dude, but...
I discovered it while you were in the Odessa vaults.
What's up,
I made
Miranda?
you a secret entrance.
Uh-oh, Cathotholism.
Graves and Sun Camp will drop you right into the
I don't know if I can get behind a discussion of Cathotholism. It seems crazy.
What are you looking at?
Okay. Ah ha ha! Nice. So, what are my abilities now? I should have... Is it abilities? Is it destinies? Moves? No. If it's like my thick as thieves. All right. Meet Krilgarin in the Hierophant's Den.
I?
Wait. I don't know what you're aiming to attack, but get out of here. I don't want you attacking absolutely anybody right now. All right, Reginald, you just take it easy.
Yeah?
Possible. Okay, let's see. All right, so we got to get out of here. There we go. Seer Cinerug. Don't entirely know why it was okay to just kill some guards. Yeah, exactly, Brenda. Or the fact that nobody seems to care. Everyone's just like, oh yeah, okay, that just happened, and... Yeah, what's going on? Cool. Okay. I'm doing okay, Miranda. I'm doing alright. I'm doing the release stream of Vaporum on Pen and Pixels today over on GOG about a little over an hour.
Meaningless plan is exposed. These ruins are full of travelers faithful to the Hierophant, who will kill any and all who intrude. This ends now.
What are you doing here?
My powers may fluctuate around you, but they are not robbed of me. I could see enough of Grimm, Phasma, and Krilgarin to learn this plan.
Vaporum, it's like Legend of Grimrock, but steampunk.
Now I want to form a peace.
Grid-based
Use your skill. Frame
dungeon crawler.
stealing the missives of Sable. You are not but a tool to him since he first approached you in Star Camp anyways. I suppose you believed it to be mere coincidence that it was Grim who first recruited you into the Travelers. Grim is crude and cruel, but with a bestial cleverness. He learned you were fateless, no doubt, long before the two of you met. He planned this rebellion long before Own's stand. He only waited until the perfect weapon to fight me appeared.
Yeah, it's good.
And that weapon is you.
This is the prequel to the game that I played, Vaporum, which is really good. You want an alliance with me?
Yes. Yours is a fate I cannot read. I told you as much when first you prayed to me in Star Camp. I thought you were an aberration, but I'm coming to believe that you are instead a harbinger of times to come. Nature might cast us as opposites, as foes, but I believe together we might lead the Travelers to a golden age.
Yeah, the fact that you're actually the Hierophant, no.
So you claim, but I can see the threads of fate do not guide you. Nothing is decided. Think on my offer and take this. It is a key to the wings of the Hierophant's court, my sanctum. It is where I will meet Grim. Grim will be in the East Wing, remember that. Grim is in the East Wing. Do the right thing, or face my wrath. Farewell.
Yeah. Hey. No, I can't get in there, right? Of course. I just the ending with a threat is not a good way to end. That's not how you get me on board, lady. All right. Exactly, right? A rude gnome, like Hey, what's up, Lisa N1? Yeah, like, don't, good grief. Playing the game DLC? Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to finish up the main part of this game, actually. This is my first playthrough, and I like the game, but I'm also looking forward to being done with it. I played a lot of it, and so... Okay. Oops. Nope.
You have come. I was concerned, for Arjin has not come to this ruin unprepared. There appears to be many guards loyal to the Hierophant roaming this hall. There is also a strange enchantment not far beyond here. But they are not insurmountable with a quiet pace. She has contacted you? Grim believed he had her fooled, but her skills are greater than we ever thought. But so is her hubris. That key she gave you can be used to reach Arjin as well as Grim. She will be in the western wing of the court.
Right, so eastern wing for Grim, western wing for her.
Bypass a strange trap. One that watches the way with eyes unblinking.
What is this trap?
There's a magic sentry that watches over the path to the court. A statue called the Watcher. If it catches you, it will sound an alarm. But you can blind it. Extinguish the torches in its chamber and its gaze will be lost. The torches lie in its gaze, so the only way to snuff them is with a bag of winds, which the guards carry. Use it before entering the chamber and you'll be fine.
Okay, so get a bag of winds from the guards.
Though it is magical in nature, it still relies
Okay.
on sight. If you could blind it,
Get something
we could
from the
walk in
guards,
shadows
blind it.
unseen.
Alright.
There is an item on a nearby guard that would be of use. A bag of winds. Using it, you could snuff the torches and plunge the room in darkness.
Alright. I want to ask you a couple things.
You have lived enough of our ways to understand, perhaps. The Hierophant is the ruler of the Travelers, as you know. Where is the freedom in acquiescing to another's will? We profit from the Hierophant's wisdom, but pay for it in service. It is a high cost. Long it has been known that there were Arathi artifacts in Sun Camp, but I did not suspect a complex beneath the soil. No one did.
What's up, Dragonspear?
I am far from its woods, and I miss it. I hope they are well outside of my presence. There's a magic sentry that watches
Yes, you
over
told
the
me this.
path to the court. A stat, but you can blind it. Extinct the torches
I know
lie
that.
in its gaze. I've come to lend what aid to Grimm's fight that I can. I feel a duty to see him safely to the end of this.
Okay.
You need to steal a bag of winds from one of these guards. It will let you pass the Watcher, the stone sentry of the Hierophant's court.
Okay.
May the road rise to meet you.
Okay, so I have to steal a bag of winds. I mean, do I have to steal it, or can I just... Hey, what's up? Okay. Now, does anyone here have a bag of winds? Does anyone have a bag of winds? Bag of winds, anybody? Does anyone have a bag of winds? Be great if someone had a bag of winds. Hey, what's up, Vero Vir Invictus? Yeah. Well, you know, yeah, I mean, there were a lot of things that went wrong with the setup of this. The biggest issue, honestly, above everything else, is just the fact that I think the biggest issue is that it came out after, you know, a few months after Skyrim. I just think Skyrim occupied so much, took up so much space in the room that I just think this thing got lost. And as I say, they also made mistakes, 38 Studios. So... I'm a bag of wind. Does that help? Well... Okay, so this... So I'm guessing that this doesn't help. Oh no, there's a guard there. Oh, well it's not even the right guard yet. Jeez, and here I was worried. Hello. Oh my goodness, size 16s. Size 16s, what is going on, my friend? And thank you for the raid as well. Hey, Lenariella. And hi, Acid Queen. Thank you for the host. Good to see you. Good to see you, Size 16s. What is going on, man? I have not seen you for a while. Congratulations, first of all, on the happy nuptials. Because I think the thing that set you off, that got you weren't able to stream as much as after you got married. So, but I noticed that you've been coming on a little bit. I haven't had a chance to get over to you because you're streaming during the day. And I'm either working or streaming myself or whatever. But thank you for the host, for the raid. And how have you been, man? If you folks have not already done so, you should go over to check out Size 16's channel. He's an awesome Mass Effect streamer. I think he's doing more like War of the Ring and board game stuff at the moment. But yeah, welcome everybody and thanks. Awesome. That's great, man. Yeah, I noticed you the other day playing War of the Ring, and I was like, that is cool. That is cool. So that's great. I'm glad. Are there plans at some point, Size, for you to do more, get back into a little bit of the Mass Effect stuff? Are you gonna stick? I mean, obviously I'm a Lord of the Rings nut, as you may or may not remember, so anything that involves more Lord of the Rings is good stuff. Hi. Bye. Can I have that bag of winds that you allegedly have? Hey, it's a bag of winds. Hey now, it's a bag of winds. Don't have a consistent schedule to stream when you can. Yeah, exactly. Never heard of it, Terry. Exactly. No, that's awesome, Size. I'm glad to hear that everything is okay, and that you were doing well. And it's good to see you back on streaming. So how I've never actually played War of the Ring. I have seen it, and I love Middle Earth Adventures that I have. Although I'm a little annoyed at Asmodee at the moment because one of my miniatures that came in it was defective when I got it, and now they're just like, yeah, we're out of stock on it. We're never getting it back. I'm like, okay. So that's a little frustrating, quite frankly. But anyway, but I love that, and I've obviously played quite a bit of Middle Earth stuff over the years. So how is War of the Ring digitally? I'm curious. Marinda, that's funny. Okay, let's see. Average speed, that's the same. So we're talking about 125 damage plus 60 mana. 50% damage during daytime. Yeah, the problem with that is that the 65 burning damage over 3 seconds. Well, actually, wait a second. Wait a minute. So this is 62, 125. This is... It's because it does more fire damage up top. Man, the thing about this, though... So this only does 14 less damage, but it's plus 60 mana, and during the daytime, that damage would be equal. In fact, it might even be a little bit better. It's not as strong, though. I'll give these a try. I have to think about this. I'm not sure. That's the Silmarillion. We got some gold over here. Not that I really need that. Okay. Now I've got the bag of wins. Now I can just get on out of here. It's a Java client that doesn't know the rules, but it's really nice. Yeah, I wish that, I don't know if you've had the chance to play the Middle Earth. There was a Lord of the Rings card game that came out. I mean, there's one that's a famous one from Fantasy Flight. But there's another one that came out that was digital. Oh my goodness, Dragon Spear with the resub, 37 months. Thank you, Dragon Spear. So it came out and a little while ago. Thank you very much, Dragon Spear. I appreciate it. It came out a little while ago, and maybe about a year ago or so, and I actually interviewed the guy when it was still in early access, one of the developers, and I played it, and I can't get into it. I find it kind of tedious. I feel like I'm always on the edge of losing constantly. Whoa, that doesn't look intimidating at all. So I wondered if you had a chance, if you'd played that at all. Ooh, the Watcher. Bag of wins. Success. That's true. I mean, the limited card game, though, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I just found, I mean, I like Slay the Spire and a couple of other games, obviously very different kinds of games, but I feel like there's a sense of progress, and I feel like the Lord of the Rings, the digital version of that, I just always felt like I was about to lose constantly, which was not, frankly, an enjoyable experience. Okay, so here we go, people. If we go to the Eastern Wing, it means that we're going to be trying to take out Grimm. If we go to the Western Wing, we're taking out Argene. I'm going to the Western Wing because as much as I don't trust Grimm either, at least Grimm has not apparently tried to kill me. And Argene's, like, the constant threats are, I just can't. So we're going to the Western Wing. Maybe, but I mean, I had the same experience as you did, so I did not manage well that game. I don't think I think the second mission I got completely stuck on, and I was just kind of like, ugh. Oh. Frame the Hierophant. Hi. Bye. Okay.
Enough of your farces, Grim. You claim you want to blackmail me, but that is not your true purpose here.
Okay.
You can't blame me for desiring to have you all to myself.
This has gone on long enough, little man. I grow tired of your stallings. They will cease immediately.
I couldn't agree more, my dear seer. Seems like it's time for things to wrap up. They've got the message. Get them.
Oh. Hi. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, wait. I might have done this wrong. I think I did this wrong. I'm not 100%. I think I did this wrong. Hi. I don't think I did this right, so... The fact that I killed her and then she immediately came back to life. Oh, shoot. Wait. What? I did this wrong. Can I just reload? I think I did this wrong. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you again for the, thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it, man. And yeah, be well. Hopefully we'll get a chance to stop over and see one of your streams when you're able to do one. Okay. I really would like to at least... Oh, wrong way.
They've got the message. Get them.
Oh, wait. Excuse me. I think this has got to be the right way. Hello? Okay, I hope we're going the right way.
Let's get the hell
Oh, excuse me! Okay. All right. So that's we need to be here to this guy, so that's got to be helpful. It's got to make something.
We must make our escape.
Okay, let's go. What?
Many welcomes.
Okay.
Dove, we better run like hell if we're to get out of here.
I really hope this is right, but it sounds like it's right. This whole area was a little confusing about the guards or anything else. I gotta stop doing that.
Many welcomes.
What are you looking at?
Okay.
Argine's hold over the Travelers is broken. The Hierophant is gone. The Travelers will never be the same. You are like the Travelers of ages past.
Can't see you.
I name you one among their number.
Camera.
They'll sing songs of you forever as the Chariot. No jail will hold you. And since you've used the Shroud of Omission so well, I figured you could make some use of this.
Many welcomes.
The Chariot. The stuff of legend among the travelers. Use the shadows like no other, staying out of sight and mind until it's time to strike. +1 to finesse abilities, +6% piercing damage. I didn't use much either way. Ooh. What are these things? What is this stuff? Shadow skin, cowl, vest. Armor causes the wearer to slip beneath the notice of nearby observers. Shadow skin vest. 10% experience bonus. Okay, that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, it is not at all my oh man. I hate to do this, but it's just not my build. Can't even put it on. Yep. Thick as thieves. That's it. All the faction quests are done. Haha. Outstanding. Okay. That just leaves us with our main quest to do, which we will be doing next time. Templar Joriel. Okay, I gotta wait up on this. I need to save. Alright, good. That was okay. I still feel like that quest was a little shaky for me because it was just kind of like, what why am I doing this? But, you know, I'm also not a rogue, so, in this game. Okay, let's go over there. So I'm just going to get next to where I need to for Templar Joriel.
Another?
But I've gotten through all but that. Yes, Coven Guy, they absolutely are. People should mostly have them by now, I think. At least the Kickstarter backers, I mean. Not the retail ones yet. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Well, I don't want to go there. Just don't want to go there. Okay. Yours hasn't come in yet? That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to be talking to this person shortly. I have to double check on that. I mean, I don't know that everyone has gotten them yet, but a lot of people have. So if you have not gotten yours yet, then I'm not sure what to say about that. Okay. Good. So now we're just back on to... So we've done all the faction quests. This is great. I am most excited. We have these side quests that I'm not doing. Again, I'm not focusing on any of these things. I'm focusing on this and the main... I'm just focusing on the main quest now. I haven't been doing tasks almost since the beginning of the game. And then the side quests I just stopped doing because I'm like, there's just too many. And there was a bunch more quests I could have picked up. And I'm like, I'm not about it, man. I'm not about it. So, I might actually... do that. Well, I wonder if I have time for that. No, I don't know. No. I'm going to stick with what I was doing. I've been really enjoying this, just like getting through most of these. So now I've just got this one main quest that I'm working on, and that's great. Yeah, double check on it, and if not, let me know, Coven. Also, Ballsteg is, and Garlic Tofu, both of them actually, are on Discord. So you can also just hit him up with a direct message as well, and that would also be a good way to work things. I mean, we'll get it done either way. Like, you'll definitely get it with no problem. I'm just sorry it hasn't happened already. Oh, everybody, 666,000. We knew this day was going to come. You just have so much gold. It's crazy. Okay. Awesome. But, having said that, because I've played... How much of this game have I played now? Not that one. I'm going to be playing that one. I have played... Wow. That's not updated yet, though. I have played... When's a Talisman update? I would love to have this on GOG, as I've said multiple times. Come on, Nomad Games. 60.5 hours, and I know that it's a little bit more than that elsewhere, so yeah. Okay, so I don't need that anymore, and I don't need this anymore because I'm going to be doing this. So yeah, according to this, 64 hours, that's going to get updated. Yeah, I would say probably time-wise on this, we have about 65 plus hours on it. So just being able to focus, I think, has been really helpful for me. Okay. So we are going to have a chance to see more very soon of Vaporum, but not right at the moment, because what we need to do, everybody, is we have got to do ourselves something that we like to call... switch over, nominating the chat chosen game of the month. So, this beard needs to be trimmed back. Okay, let's go to that. Okay. And that. Run. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So all right, nominations time. Nomination Spiritfarer. I will happily put that on there because I have been hearing over and over about people talking about how awesome Spiritfarer is. So yes, I will happily put that game on there. Good nomination. Yeah, Tron 2.0. Exactly, Dragon. So other nominations, folks, for games for me to play this month. This will then be voted upon by chat. And to be clear, I have the ability to play. I can play Game Boy Color games. I can play Game Boy Advance games. I can play Sega Genesis. I can play original Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I can play Virtual Console via the Wii U. I can play technically in Intellivision games. I can play Nintendo Switch. I have PS4, so I can play those. And I can play, obviously, PC games. So, Growlancer 2. I think that's the one that Nonstop keeps asking for, so I think that's fine. That's a good choice, Arudno. As a good option. What else we got? What else would chat like to nominate for me to play? I also reserve the right to veto ones that I don't want to play, such as horror games. So, horror games are not interesting to me, but otherwise, I tend to play most of the games. I'm willing to play most games that people nominate. Spiritfarer, Growlancer, what else we got? I do need a couple of other nominations because we need to have at least 3, honestly, for the final poll. Well, no, we should have 3 for the final poll. And I usually like having 4 or 5 on the nomination list just so I get a good sense of nomination ones here. So, so any games that are on people's lists, 1 per person. Five Nights at Freddy's. It's a good thing that you already nominated Spiritfarer, Coven. Five Nights at Freddy's. That game is just a bunch of freaking jump scares. That's all that is. And I hate jump scares, so it's like asking me to eat raisins, but not even giving me a name brand. You're like, here, eat, Kirkland's Gennaro raisins, 4.5 nights. Not the same. I'm a little surprised, Dragon, that you don't have another. I think you feel like because we've got Tron, Toy by Zero, perpetually nominated but never quite win. Yeah, exactly, Arudno. Well, Growlancer is one of them. It used to be Tron, but that actually won last month. So I'm trying to think of current existing ones that are in that ballpark. Right. Trying to think of who else has got an option. So yes, other game choices that anyone has to nominate. I'll also veto the game choice if I've already streamed it like on this channel or if I am planning to do so in short order. So like if people nominated the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I would say no because I'm going to play that anyway once I'm finished with Kingdoms of Amalur. So yeah, exactly. Heroes of Might and Magic is usually on there. Yes, that's true. But we need to actually have the people here to do the nominating. At least to be willing to use their nomination slot, as it were, on that. But yeah, Heroes of Might and Magic. Obviously, I love the Heroes of Might and Magic series, so I am on board with that. Ghostbusters. I don't know which one you mean, Mrs. Dunsel. Aren't there a couple? And I'd be a little worried about. I mean, I know it's not horror, but I don't know. People know. I mean, I'm not afraid of my own shadow. If people think that Ghostbusters is not something that I would be freaked out by, then that's fine. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it completely. I just don't really know a lot about it. But I don't always know about the games that people nominate, and it's fine. Oh, by the way, Dragon Spear. So the RMA and everything on the memory was approved, the advanced RMA, and so they shipped out the new memory. And it turns out they did get back in stock the memory that I originally had. So they shipped that out today, and it should be to me, they said, within a day or two. And then I'm going to put it back in the old memory, back in a box, and then ship it back once I've tested the new memory to make sure it works. And then that hopefully will be the end of this sordid tale. So they did get back to me, and hopefully this time the memory won't break down. It's like a gauntlet game. Oh, is it really? Yeah, I got the same. It looks like that's what they're sending me is the same kind. Yeah. You pick a buster and run after ghosts. Is that all it is? You know what? Look, let me actually look this game up, because I'm not opposed to it. Action adventure. All right, here's the launch trailer. Let's put the launch trailer up there. All right, let me see it. Give me just a second here. Let's take a look and see.
Who you gonna call?
Oh no. I'm gonna get modded. I'm gonna get okay. We're gonna watch it with the sound off, because otherwise I don't want the whole VOD to get. This looks like some mix of like Darksiders and I'm getting no feel at all for the tone of this game. I mean, it looks cool, but like, okay. I mean, yeah, I'll put that up there. That's okay. That seems all right to me. It's just interesting. Like, I don't. All right. Ghostbusters Remaster. Whoops. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right, Ghostbusters Remaster. And yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's cool. And anyone else? Anyone else for nominations? Anyone else? Oh, you said something? Oh, Batman the Telltale series. So here's the interesting thing about that. I actually I played the first episode of that, and I do have it on my list, but it's way down on my list to play. So sure. Let's throw that up there. Okay. Telltale series. All right. This is good. And let's open the poll. That's actually true, I guess, Runo. That's a good point. Okay, here we go. So please get in your votes, everybody. You know the deal. $, vote, space, and then the number that you would like. The top 3 choices will get made into a straw poll, which is going to be attached to the next game command, which I'm hoping that either Rudinell or Dragonspear or Coven, or Terry if she's still here, would be kind enough to make. And then attach to the next game. It kicks me right into 6th grade. Hey, listen, Nonstop got a nomination when he wasn't even here, so Nonstop should feel pretty good about things. Oh, that's cool. No, that's fine. A Rude Nuller Dragon can do it. See, I feel it's a little unfair because I didn't get you to see Spiritfarer, but once the people actually get out, I think if you do a little bit of a search, you'll find it. Spiritfarer will be pretty good. Actually, another game that I saw only because I was in Discord, I was looking at this guy, Dan Bull. I'm sure most of you know this person. I didn't. Doing all these game raps. First of all, the guy's really good. And secondly, he did this rap of Sea of Solitude, which looks kind of like a cool game that I had barely heard of, but didn't know a lot about. But also the rap's really good. And he did a rap for Dishonored 2, which is chef's kiss. So good. The Dishonored 2 rap is so good. Because it ties in directly to what you're doing in the game. And you know how much I love the Dishonored games. So anyway, yeah. Okay. Last call. So anyway, if you get the chance, check out Dan Bull and check out Dishonored 2's rap. He has like hundreds of rap. Like every Shadow of the Colossus rap. He has a rap for Overwatch. He has a rap for Doom. He has a rap for Monopoly. He has a rap for all kinds of things. So, all right. And okay. So there we go. So we've got a very easy, quick and easy top 3 this month. So the ones that are going to go into the straw poll for next game are Ghostbusters Remaster. Is that only for PS4, by the way? I mean, it's fine. I have a PS4, but I just wondered if that was the case. Spiritfarer, and then Batman the Telltale series. Those are the 3 that we've got. And those are three good choices. I would happily play any of those. Ghostbusters Remaster, Spiritfarer, and Batman the Telltale series. Oh, they have it for Switch? And they have it for PC? Oh, all right. Well, then no problem. Then I have it for everything. That's fine. Anytime they have anything for Switch, I'm like, man, I can't. I'll tell you right now, I am so excited for Axiom Verge, the second Axiom Verge game. That game, Axiom Verge 1 was so good. Yeah. No, it's cool, Mrs. Dunsel, actually. I didn't even realize that that's the kind of game that it was. Obviously, I know Ghostbusters, but I didn't know that that's what that game was. So that was cool. Okay, so we've got that. So our Rudnell, I think, is doing the stuff with the notepad. Thank you. So Ghostbusters Remaster, Batman the Telltale series, and Spiritfarer. 3 good choices. Also 3 very different kinds of choices. Everyone basically knows the Telltale deal, and you know the deal with Batman. Spiritfarer is a very thoughtful, kind of careful game in a ways, like slow game, and I'm excited to give that a shot at some point, regardless, even if it isn't this month. And then the other one is Ghostbusters, which everyone is an action game, apparently. So 3 very different kind of games. Very cool. Okay. I am going to clear the votes, close the poll, stop our bot, and we're going to get out of there. Okay, so I am, while that next game is being fixed, there it is. There it is. Thank you very much, Rudnell. Thank you. Wonderful work as always. I appreciate it very much. So there we go. Batman, the Telltale series, Ghostbusters Remaster, and Spiritfarer. Lovely. So that's going to be the case. Now that final vote on that is going to be next month. Yeah, wrong. Next week is going to be the final vote for that. And then I will play it the week after. So I will play it on the 29th. So that's the deal with that. All right, now I'm going to have to leave all you lovely people for a little bit because I have to go get ready for a release stream, which is happening over on GOG in about 25 minutes. It is going to be the release stream of Vaporum Lockdown. If you've never seen this game, I played it. I played a full series of it actually on Pen and Pixels a couple of years ago, the first game. This is a prequel to that game. I really liked it. A lot like Legend of Grimrock, steampunky, pretty cool story. I like the graphics of it as well. Good puzzles. The music is okay. I like the mechanics of the game. The voice acting is and some of the bosses I think are a little bit. Some of the enemies were a bit too similar. Like, it wasn't perfect, but it was a small studio, and I think they did a lot of things right. So you will get a chance to check that out for yourself if you come over to GOG for the release stream at 4 p.m. Eastern. Then I will be back on my channel right here at 9 p.m. Eastern for the amazing Our Vocalist playing some Paper Mario the Origami King. Then we will be off here for 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, and I'll be back again Friday with Esper Genesis, which has been rescheduled from last Friday. And then Saturday, we have got Masters of the Dungeon, Little Red Dot and myself talking D&D and game mastering and dungeon mastering and all things role-playing. And then more Kingdoms of Amalur as we head into what may now actually be starting to be the home stretch of that game, because I've done all these side, the faction quests are out of the way and whatever, and now we're just focusing on the main quests. So that may actually mean that we're heading into the home stretch on Kingdoms of Amalur. Once that's done, Never Alone, which is maybe a session, maybe 2 at most, and then moving into the Final Fantasy VII remake. So that's what we've got going on. It's going to be cool stuff. Also, if you're going to redo it, Arudinel, you spelled my last name E-L-L-E-R instead of E-L-E-R-O-N. So if you're fixing it anyway, it's minor. Like, I wasn't, it wasn't a big deal, but if you're going to do it anyway, then okay. But thank you, though. So if you like what you saw and heard today, please follow the channel. Check out the YouTube with !ArvTube. No, I appreciate it, Arud. No, thank you. Thank you very much, man. So !ArvTube, !ArvCord for Discord. Twitter is !ArvTweets. You can find my website at arvanelaron.com. You can always, of course, support us financially, which we really appreciate. !ArvShop for details on Adventures of Middle-earth, and also for details, I should say swag for Adventures of Middle-earth, and also swag from Infinity and Beyond, currently playing Curse of Strahd. And then we've got, thank you, Dragonspear, thank you. Yes, my birthday is tomorrow. So thank you. Yeah, very strange. I'm going to be 48 tomorrow, but still in my 40s, though. Still in my 40s. Keep that in mind. But thank you, Dragonspear. So yes, Patreon is !ArvTreon, which again is the big financial backbone of the channel. You can see that over there. 22 patrons, $2.25 per month after fees, etc. And that does make a difference for the channel. So any support people can give there with inspirations and the like would be appreciated. Thank you, Mrs. Dunsel. So we've got that for the Patreon. And then we have got the sub button, which is, of course, that video window. I need to find the easy way to get to the number of subscribers because they took it out of the dashboard because Twitch. But I want to make sure that I can find out exactly how much it is because, yeah. So we've got that going on. That allows me also as big support through the channel. It allows you to get custom sub badges and emotes to be used across Twitch and all that kind of good stuff. So please support us over there by subbing to the channel. And last but certainly not least, of course, we have got the publishing stuff. !Icarus for Icarus and Jelinek details, my graphic novels from Athos Arts. Library for Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. My 5th edition adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. Print edition of that coming soon. Right now it's available in digital form on Drive-Thru-RPG. It's doing very well over there. And !Grayshade KS for more details about my Grayshade Kickstarter, which is starting February 2nd, 2021. Very excited for that. So that's going to be good stuff. Yes, thank you, Dragon. Thank you. COVID? No, it's not actually that, Coven. It's that Patreon is calculating this differently now. This basically, I'm not able to show you the amount that I get before taxes and fees, which is what I used to do. I didn't want to show you that number because I wanted you to show the number of the goal that you're contributing to, not the number that I get afterwards. But it's gotten essentially impossible now for me to show you that number without other aspects of context. So it's basically net profits. So this isn't actually as much of a drop as it might seem. It's more that these are sort of the net profits that exist. And also, some people have shifted from the Patreon to subscribing to my channel. Some people do both. Some people do one or the other. And for people who watch me primarily on Twitch, a lot of them are just going to jump on and sub, which I totally get. I technically get a little more myself directly from Patreon, but both of them are valuable. Both of them help me, and both of them also demonstrate, because you use emotes across other Twitch channels, and so it's all good. Like both of them are helpful. So that's the deal with that. So yes, subbing to the channel is much appreciated. You can get inspirations to the players as you can with the Patreon to inspire our tabletop players as well. And I talked about the publishing, so there's that. Last thing, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter. Very, very important that we stay on this and we continue to highlight it as we have been and will continue to do. No raid today because I'm going to be over at GOG in about 20 minutes. I want to thank the amazing mods today. Yeah, well, I appreciate that very much, Rudinell. I mean, again, people are very generous, and I'm appreciative, and I always want to make sure that people are not overextending themselves because it helps me, but it's not, like it's not like if this like I would fall apart and not be able to live, you know what I mean? So I very much appreciate it. It does help, but don't overextend yourself, I guess is the point that I would make here. But I want to thank my wonderful mods, including the aforementioned Rudinell, Dragonspear, Coven Guy, Terry Tunes, and Feel Better Terry. I am also happy to have my subscribers, Rudinell, Dragonspear, Coven Guy, Mrs. Dunsel, and Trishy Mats. Thank you all so much. Thank you to my regular viewers. I'm Admiral KK, another TT viewer. Ballsteg. What's up, Ballsteg? Speak of the devil. I was just talking about this gentleman. Black Fury, Castle Og, I love that name. Commander Root, Day underscore, Ekeg. We've got Field Flux, Gorgar, Jagtress Lurks, Mex, Marinda, Mr. Toxic Codes, Princess League, Remistino, Saddest Kitty, Thicker, Thor, Hugh Christensen, Virgo Praz, Weemos, Wiscott, and Wiccan. And of course, special thanks to Size 16s for the raid today, and Acid Queen as well for the hosts, and Size 16s for the raid today. I appreciate it, and I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Ballsteg, hey, yeah, so Coven, you can always get in contact with Ballsteg. Coven Guy has not gotten the Icarus books yet, and so, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the deal is with that, although it may just not be to him, but I figured he could reach out to you on Discord as well, so that's the deal with that. Anyway, I'm heading out. I'm going to be over at GOG for the release stream of Vaporum Lockdown, and then back here tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, for the amazing R Vocalist, my voice acting team, with Paper Mario, the Origami King. For now, thanks everyone for the early birthday wishes. Thank you to everyone for hanging out with me for Kingdoms of Amalur, and I will see you folks over on GOG in just a little bit. Until then, everyone be good to each other. Have a good night.